Misses the three.
Out of bounds, Celtics ball.
Doc up with a call off the bench as Mike D'Antoni looks on.
Well, it appears that the Knicks defense is going to double anything down on the box right now with this second unit.
Ray Allen back to Davis. 8 on the shot clock. In Ray's hands. Has to take it. Rebound Jeffries, who had the inside position on Kristich. Anthony dips that shoulder. Nearly lost and keeps the dribble alive. Still dribbling with 13 on the clock. Walker will try a three. Nope. Jeffries, an offensive rebound, stripped by West, but it comes back to Walker. Into Anthony's hands. Davis defending. Anthony, he banks it home and has a chance for a three-point play as Davis got him on the arm.
Well, Pierce was doing a heck of a job. Now he's out of the box. And he's capable of just turning up the gas and getting to steel melting temperature.
23-21, Knicks back from a 10-point deficit have made it a 2-point game on an 8-0 run. Green stays with it, can't finish it. Tipped out of bounds. Oh, Boston ball, says Joe Crawford. Looked like it might have gone off Kristich.
I'd love to see the second unit start to get some offense, some rhythm.
Celtics looking for the final shot of the quarter. Up to Carter. Anthony got it off. Missed it. And it'll be a 2-point game at the end of the quarter. Looked like the Celtics were in charge here, up by 10. Looking like they were going to stretch it out. The Knicks bench came back strong. Anthony hit some buckets, and it's a 2-point game after one. Game one, a good result if you're a Celtics fan. Another tight one going on right now in the city of Boston. 23-21. 2-point Celtic lead after one. Hey, the most convenient way to get in touch with Tommy and me is by emailing a question to Tommy and Mike's mailbag on csnne.com. Your question could be used live in the pregame show or on the website from TD Bank, America's most convenient bank. First quarter stats are brought to you by Ace Tickets. Call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Stoudemire, who hasn't scored yet, still hasn't. Rebound to West.
The Celtics got to really jam because they got their big people in there right now.
Rondo out there with Davis, Green, Pierce, and West. Delonte loops it inside, and foul is going on Jeffries.
That's his first.
That's his first.
First team foul. Jeff Green at the line.
And Jeff Green will be at the line for 2, trying to get Boston's bench in the book here.
Yeah, the bench has, the first game was not productive, and then 73 minutes total in 2 games there. Scored only 8 points, make it 9 now. And they are 4 for 20.
This was supposed to be a strength of this team.
Well, it was before the deal, the trade. Still will be, I believe.
Stoudemire can't find the range. Tip twice. And the foul's going on Pierce underneath. Let's check in with Greg.
You guys talk about the bench. Doc Rivers none too pleased with the play of his bench in between quarters. He said, when you guys came in, we had a 10-point lead, and you let it get away. First 10 minutes, we were the better team. We were the tougher team. The last 2 minutes, you let them take the play to us. Kevin Garnett sat down and pleaded with his bench. He said, you got to set picks harder and longer, roll more, and you have to communicate better and talk more on defense.
24-23, a one-point game now as Jeffrey scores down low. Knicks doing all this despite the fact they're shooting 31% and have no points out of Stoudemire. Pierce, tough follow away, short.
Taking all kinds of never seen before shots.
Pierce is 0 for 3 in the game. Douglas for 3. Nope. Knicks 0 for 5 shooting threes. It's a huge part of their game, yet they're down only 1. Green. Good block by Jeffries, who came to help. Douglas the other way. Williams jacks up a 3, and finally one goes down for the Knicks, and they've got the lead at 26-24. Knicks are on a 13-1 run. Rondo still bouncing the ball with 8 on the shot clock. Takes a jumper. You are speechless, my friend. Douglas wins the race to the loose ball. Knicks do the Celtics a favor. Rondo in transition. Pushes. Gets fouled.
Well, this is what they want him to do, and this is what he's doing. This is great basketball right here. There's the retreating defense. But you see who was up there ahead of everything was Green. I tell you, you got to look for Green long. He's out in front of everybody on almost every play.
0 for 4 in the game.
Yeah, the best move he made was the one that just got blocked.
Rondo's 14 points in the first quarter, his high for any quarter of any game, playoff or regular season, in his career. There are his career playoff numbers. He had 14 points in the quarter, and that's what he averages per game. Good sign for the Celtics as Jermaine O'Neal makes his way back to the Boston bench. Doesn't seem to be bothered by anything. Tied at 26. Walker. Going hard to the basket, blocking.
Oh, wow. He throws himself into the... It's terrible.
We're going to get a timeout. Let's take another look. He was there a long time, but he had a foot inside the circle. We'll be back.
Mike, you mentioned before the timeout, Jermaine O'Neal coming back out from the locker room, back on the bench. He's got a mild sprained left wrist. He was icing it down inside of the locker room and trainer's room. Doesn't have any ice on it now. Go back to Sunday, guys. He seemed to have a little discomfort. Was shaking his wrist as he came off the floor on Sunday night. Didn't seem to bother him, though, down the stretch in the Celtics win here at the Garden. But something to keep in mind as this game goes along, guys.
Thank you, Greg.
Now, Celtics with Rondo driving to the basket are 8 for 15 in the paint, 1 for 10 in twos outside the paint, and 1 for 3 in threes. And the bench has not made a field goal yet. Yeah, 0 for 6.
Pierce. Green to follow.
Nice play. I'll let this kid get emotional. Come on, Jeff.
Kevin Garnett's making his way to the scorer's table to come back in. Walker, Douglas deep. Nope.
How about a foul?
Celtics ball.
This is what I like. There's a shot. Walker gives a little trouble to Pierce, and there's Green coming from out around the perimeter. I like this now. They're playing small, so Green is going to be he's going to be the power forward.
Rebound taken down by Williams. The foul is going to be on Green. And on Jeff, that's his third.
You know, I would like to see Rondo set some picks when they're backing off him. Just go pick for Pierce or any good shooter. And then all of a sudden, that guy that's playing him is going to have to play defense.
Jermaine O'Neal making his way back in. Galante, the only non-starter on the floor, as Ray Allen gets a rest. Walker. Stoudemire. Finally finds the bottom of the net. He's 1 for 7. West for 2.
Yeah, and he's going to do a number on Douglas, too.
Douglas, pull-up jump shot. Gets it right back.
He's going to do a number on our guy.
Douglas 2 for 6 in 10 minutes. Picked up those 2 early fouls. Double team on West. Now Walker goes back to his man. Rondo alone underneath finds Jermaine. Second assist for Rondo. O'Neal 1 of 2 on the night. Tied at 32. Walker. Turioff to follow. Garnett with the miss. 5 rebounds in the half for KG. Pierce.
How about a foul there? Wow.
Anthony pulls up, buries it. 35-32, Knicks by 3. Rondo needs help. Skips it out to KG off the bounce for 2.
You put Rondo down inside there. Let him pick out who's the open man. That's beautiful stuff right now. He's not standing. His man is lost now on defense.
Now this building is looking to get behind the Celtics right now, but they're down by 1, 35-34. Tonight's NBA News is brought to you by Toyota's official website for deals, buyatoyota.com, where you'll find Toyota offers not seen on TV. Well, the NBA admits the go-ahead field goal should have been offensive goaltending in Oklahoma City's win over Denver, game 1 of this series. It's a tough one for Denver to swallow. NBA awards that are given out. Kendrick Perkins was the beneficiary of that call, by the way. Dwight Howard, Defensive Player of the Year. Lamar Odom, Sixth Man of the Year. Our coverage Friday on Comcast Sportsnet begins at 6:30. Game at 7 at Madison Square Garden. Game 3 of this series, which has been a beauty so far. Stoudemire.
Out of bounds, New York ball.
Stays Nick Ball. 8 seconds on the shot clock. 5:34 in the quarter. Tipped up and in by Stoudemire. Second bucket for Stoudemire. Knicks lead back to 3. Knicks 9 second chance points in this game to 2 for Boston.
And I'll tell you, they got 27 rebounds, and the Celtics only have 18.
Pierce to the bucket. That is his first basket of the game.
Well, he's been getting whacked when he's been going for his shot, and no whistle twice.
Still Knick ball. 13 on the shot clock.
New York ball.
On the shot clock. Knocked away by Ray Allen. Rondo. Coast to coast again. And Rondo back defensively quickly on Douglas. Stoudemire has it slapped away out of bounds. Celtics have retaken the lead at 38-37.
Well, Rondo is a one-man wrecking crew right now. As soon as he pushes the ball, I mean, I've never seen anything so apathetic as them trying to defend him going to the basket. They're just giving him the shot.
I'm waiting for the hard foul. Out of bounds off Jermaine O'Neal. Whoop. Kevin Garnett doesn't know which way to push O'Neal away from trouble.
What happened? Somebody's ball out of bounds.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
Knick ball.
Yeah.
Stoudemire needs a little help. Gets it back out to Douglas. Anthony kicks it out. Turioff an offensive rebound. Anthony misses a jumper. The Knicks are shooting 30%, and they're in a one-point game. New York already has 10 offensive rebounds in the game. They've taken 46 shots to Boston's 37. Offensive board, a rare one for Boston. Celtics had a bunch of offensive rebounds. I want to say 15 in the game on Sunday night. And Douglas commits his third personal foul. I'm not sure why.
New York fouls number 23, Tony Douglas. That's his third personal.
He's looking at his coach.
This is a 20-second.
And then he just runs up and fouls, and he's like, what? That was Mike D'Antoni very quickly went to Douglas. That was my fault, but that was reminiscent of the end of the game on Sunday night when nobody knew what was going on. Tonight's Kia card is presented by Kia Motors, the official automotive partner of the Boston Celtics. To learn more, visit Kia.com. Amari Stoudemire signed with the Knicks this summer, a 5-year, $100 million contract. 53 career playoff games. He's averaging 24 points and 9 rebounds. Second most field goals in the NBA this season he made, and has made 4 All-NBA teams since 2005. The $100 million man in New York, and the Knicks say he has been worth every penny of it. He has been a model citizen in New York and is extremely popular, as you will hear on Friday night when the Celtics invade Madison Square Garden for Game 3 of this series. Time to take a look at the first of 3 Amica game updates, brought to you by Amica's 3-point coverage, auto, home, and life. There's that 30% shooting by the Knicks. +9 for New York, though, in rebounds. Relatively turnover-free game. Anthony. Pierce awaits him. his hands again. Double team by Rondo, and he throws it away. Ray Allen, tough pass. Nice play by Pierce just to catch it. Garnett misses the jumper. Anthony with the rebound. Carmelo Anthony's got 10 rebounds in this first half. Carter, he misses the shot. That's a push on Sean Williams. And we're going to get a timeout. Not the prettiest of games. 2:35 left to go in the half.
2:35 remaining first half. Game 2 here at the Garden. Celtics with a 1-point lead over the New York Knicks. A dominant performance thus far for Rajon Rondo. 18 points. Now, think back to the month of March. Rondo was season lows in points and assists. But with some of those struggles that Doc Rivers thinks made Rondo a better player.
I really liked that he went through the struggle, though. I thought it was very important for us. I thought it got his attention. He'd forgotten what struggles feel like. And then he went through that struggle, and I thought it was great for him. I thought it's made him hungry again. It's made him, it's really made him focus on what teams are trying to do against him.
Rondo responded final 6 games in April with 3 double-doubles, and despite some of the team's struggles down the stretch at the end of the season, Rondo had no worries about the playoffs. He told me, "We're a veteran team. We know what it takes to win."
All right, Greg, thanks very much. The Celtics continue to benefit from injuries in this series, as Amari Stoudemire, we are told, is in the locker room with back spasms, may not return to this game. The Knicks already down there, a starting point guard Chauncey Billups. Now down arguably their best player, Amari Stoudemire. Anthony really is going to have to score a bunch of points now. 40-39, Boston by just 1. Jeffries defending Garnett. Pierce loses the handle, comes right back to him. Makes the shot. 2 for 7 now, Pierce is.
They're going to heat up, though. I got a feeling.
If the Celtics don't pull away and win this game now, there's no Stoudemire. Jeffries missed it, got it back, and got fouled. This was going on before he went to the locker room. They were working on Amari Stoudemire's back. He obviously was not himself out there. 2 of 9, 4 points, 5 rebounds in 18 minutes.
And he really wasn't putting it on the floor going to the rim.
No,
so,
which he did so effectively Sunday.
More than half the shots were jumpers.
It will be the Carmelo Anthony show for the rest of the way, and he drains a jump shot to keep the Knicks within 1. Anthony has 16 points and 10 rebounds in this first half. Ray Allen back to KG, and an offensive foul on Kevin Garnett.
Offensive foul on the Celtics, number 5, Kevin Garnett.
Well, let's see this one. Oh, what a terrible call. He was still moving. Is he from New York?
Knicks trying to get the lead back again. Pierce again aggressively on Anthony. Anthony lays it down to Jeffries, who no one was covering Jeffries. Spike Lee looking for a miracle.
Right now, he's getting it.
Exactly right with that.
Legal fouls on number 18, Roger Mason.
Roger Mason picks up that foul. That's his first. Coming right up, it's Halftime Live, presented by McDonald's. Gary and Donnie will have some analysis of his first half, and Bob Newmeyer will have a Chevrolet Sportsnet Central update. That's all coming your way at halftime here as Ray Allen gets to the free throw line. Let's take a look at tonight's league leaders, brought to you by Taco Bell. Think outside the bun. Most three-point field goals made in the NBA playoffs. We have 2 of the top 5 here. One's not playing. Chauncey Billups with 261. Ray with 256 and counting. 10 lead changes in this game as Chauncey looks on in street clothes, and Boston's back up by 1, 44-43, as we wind down this first half. With time. Rondo off to the races. Stripped. And a foul is called on Davis, I think. It is.
I couldn't see what happened.
It's the third on Davis. Take a look.
Let's see what happened with Rondo driving to the basket.
And so Sean Williams is going to get to the free throw line with 1.2 seconds to go in a 1-point game as we approach halftime.
Well, I'll tell you, they've gotten the benefit of the whistles here.
For the Celtics, number 7, Jermaine O'Neal replaces Glenn Davis.
Jermaine O'Neal in, Glenn Davis out. Third foul on Davis. Davis and Green, the only 2 Celtics in foul trouble, both off the bench with 3. Tie game, 44 apiece, 1.2 on the clock. Williams with the second free throw now. Makes them both into Rondo. And Rondo did a really nice job trying to sucker one of the Knicks into a foul. No call. 20 lead changes, 22 ties through 6 quarters of this series. 45-44 lead at halftime. Let's check in with Gary and Don.
All right, thanks a lot, Mike. Just your thoughts here, seeing the first quarter, actually, Donnie, with the Celtics. Looked like they were going to take control of this thing. They led by as much as 10. But then, once again, the Celtics bench comes back in, and the Knicks get into it.
Doc's going to have to figure out who's going to come off that bench and really give him a spark, because they really don't have one guy stepping up. You know, the bench has 7 points. And not that you need to outscore the starters, but you need to maintain what the starters have done before they got to the bench. The thing that surprised me most, the Knicks shooting under 33%, and they have the lead.
Right, yeah, by 1, 45-44. 1-point lead over the Celtics. Take a look at some highlights next.
It's like guys can't catch him. Like, he's that fast, and guys just cannot catch up to him. But you know what? Rondo's doing the right thing. If no one wants to run, I'm going to take this 1-on-3. The Knicks defense it's amazing. Again, another reason that I think they're up. How do you play defense like this and have a lead? It's incredible. How do you shoot 33% and have a lead? It's only 1 point, but still, it's a lead. Look at this. One reach. He goes past 3, 4 guys. Amari doesn't even help. It's just incredible. And you know what? Rondo doesn't need other guys to run with him. There you see it, 18 points, 14 in the first quarter. Great defense by Paul Pierce. And maybe we can say, hey, that's what's gotten Rondo out in the open. And he's taken 12 shots. He's made 7 of them. Only 3 assists, but really didn't need it because really there's no one else on the team right now. Ray has only taken 4 shots, which is appalling. For a guy to play as well as he did in game 1, to only take 4 shots in the first half of this game, you know what? I guess the game is just calling for Rondo to take Tony Douglas and whoever else off the dribble, so you have to give him a lot of credit, but the balance has to be there. We've seen this happen so many times where Rondo's the only guy scoring. He's heavy on the scoring end, but light on the assist. The team doesn't have much success that way over the long haul.
And the Celtics were a team coming into this regular season. They were very deep on the bench. They always took pride in that, but unfortunately they can't depend on the bench right now, Donnie, because this, for the second game in a row, the bench allowed the Knicks to get back into it.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if it's a confidence thing. I don't know, but you look on the other side of it, Bill Walker getting into the paint, and you know, guys like Jeffries and here, Jeffries, great block. Sean Williams, who I think is a terrific. He isn't one of the most underrated shooters in the league because he just doesn't get a lot of touches, but he can do just that. And when you look at the bench scoring 15-7 in favor of the Knicks, you have to think someone off of the Celtics bench has to step up and be aggressive. Don't be afraid to take a shot. Look past someone if they might have the same look. If someone has a better look, then yes, find them. But you need your bench to be aggressive. You can't continue to do the work if you're a starter, let your bench go in, and then kind of really lose speed.
Stand by, everybody. Chevrolet Sports Central update. Newbie's going to have new information regarding the New England Patriots schedule. And how's about that first shot by Carmelo Anthony? He leads the Knicks with 16. Again, the Celtics down 1 at the break.
Celtics basketball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by Supercuts. Every time. By your Subaru of New England dealers. Love, it's what makes a Subaru a Subaru. By Priest in 3D. In theaters May 13th. By Amiga Insurance. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. And by Toyota's official website for deals. BuyAToyota.com, where you'll find Toyota offers not seen on TV. BuyAToyota.com.
Knicks are up by 145-44 back here in the Ace Ticket Studio. How do the Celtics win this game?
Well, you need to get your guys shots. Ray Allen, 4 shots. Paul Pierce has to make a couple shots. He's 2 of 7. KG's only taken 8 shots. The ball just has to move around a little bit, and it's really going to be your big 4 that are going to get you out of this because Jermaine O'Neal struggling a little bit. And on the other side of it, you got to see what Amari Stoudemire's doing. You're doing the job on him. He was the poison you picked. He's struggling, and now they say he's, probable to come back in this game with back spasms? Well, it's interesting what happens. The equalizer, Gary, you know this as well as I do, is an injury. And right now the game has been equalized a little bit.
All right, Jermaine O'Neal back in after suffering a wrist problem. And Amari due to come back. SL Express brings you the trend of 5. Second half action coming up.
In either game to speak of, and tonight they shouldn't even been in the game, it appears, but because they used some minutes there in the first half, I think Doc will shorten the rotation here in the second half.
All right, let's check in with Greg, see what the coaches had to say.
Coaches were disappointed in a couple of things. One, the way the bench played at the end of the first quarter, the way the Celtics closed out that second quarter and allowed the Knicks to outscore them at the end of both of those quarters. Coaches also talked about the Knicks and their second chance points. As Lawrence Frank said to me, we allowed them to shoot only 33%, yet they've got a 1-point lead, 12 offensive rebounds, too many second chance points on the offensive end. So transition offense is great, but on the half court, we have to run our stuff all the way through and give our stuff a chance to go out and work.
Halftime stats are brought to you by Comcast Business Class. Take a closer look at your phone bill and save your business money with Comcast Business Class. Ronnie Turiaf caught in the lane there on a 3-second violation. Offensive rebounds, 12-4 in the Knicks' favor. Second chance points, 11-2. They shouldn't put fast break points. They put Rondo points there.
Right up with it.
Missing the fall-away is Garnett. Rebound taken down by Williams. Stoudemire not starting the second half. His status is iffy, we are told. Back spasms. Douglas to Turiaf outside. Anthony doesn't hesitate and buries the 3. 48-44. This is going to be one way or the other the Carmelo Anthony show. He's got 19 and 10 rebounds right now. And with Stoudemire and Billups gone, he is going to take a ton of shots in the second half. Tipped away as the Knicks continue to step up defensively. Douglas to Williams.
I wouldn't say defensively. They're throwing the ball away to Celtics.
Anthony misses another 3. Rondo. Ray Allen off the catch.
Well, that's the way they started the second half. Ray made a layup in the first game, and then he hit 3 threes.
Fields in the lane, and wow. Turiaf was out of bounds when he threw it off Rondo. It'll be Celtics ball. Up quickly to Pierce. inside to Garnett. Kicks it out to Rondo. Jermaine will take it. That's well short.
Out of bounds, New York ball.
Garnett had a slammer on the reverse side, and they're taking shots, the more difficult shots. I don't know why.
Well, that was a tendency of this club, but towards the end of the regular season, they made things a lot more difficult than they had to be. Anthony again. Dumps it inside. Turioff misses a layup. And a foul is called on Ray Allen.
Well, let's see what happened here.
Turioff will be at the line for 2.
He never hit the rim either. And the shot clock had gone off, I believe, before the foul, but who knows?
Turioff 4 points in the game, all from the free throw line, and the Knicks have a 3-point lead at 50-47. A little over 9.5 to play, third quarter. Foul on Anthony. That's just his second.
That's his second personal.
Well, Pierce has got to start working on Anthony. I mean, you got to really go at Anthony.
Rondo! 20 points for Rondo. Celtic backcourt of Rondo and Allen has 30. The front court of Pierce, Garnett, and O'Neal has 12. Sean Williams is going to get to the free throw line.
Celtics foul is on number 7, Jermaine O'Neal. That's his second personal.
Second on Jermaine.
Team foul.
Second team foul here.
Shooting 2.
And Williams, who has 5 off the Knick bench, and is 2 for 2 at the line tonight.
This kid's a good shooter.
Way to go, T. Nicely done.
I took the advanced course
Nicely
at Salem State in witchcraft. What do you have to say? How good is he?
It's tough to get him on these second ones.
Well, first ones are easy.
Knicks by 2, 51-49. Ray Allen buries the jumper. Boston backcourt continues to provide all the offense. Ray's 4 of 6, 12 points. And the Knicks turn it over. Fields has really struggled. I mean, really struggled. Garnett. Anthony. Anthony trying to thread the needle. It's kicked out of bounds. Knicks will keep it 16 on the shot clock.
Well, the Celtics are prepared to double Anthony anytime he puts the ball on the floor and heads for the paint. And he's picked that up.
Fields gives it up. Turioff wants no part of it. Inside to Douglas. He pulls it back out with 6 on the shot clock. Douglas back to Anthony. Anthony airmails it. Anthony 7 for 17 at the moment.
Tell you, you got to get Pierce involved in the offense to make Anthony play some defense.
They get it to Paul. He finds Rondo. Rondo wants to go back to Pierce and does with 5 on the shot clock. Pierce a little fall away for 2. Celtics go up a basket. Douglas a clean look, can't hit it. Kept alive though by Williams. Anthony looking over the top of Rondo. Puts it on the floor. Misses the shot. Rebound Ray Allen.
Well, I'll tell you, Rondo did one heck of a job of making him lose the rhythm.
Pierce off the catch. Got it. Quick timeout taken by the Knicks. 6:55 to go. Boston a 7-0 run and a 5-point lead. Tonight's game is brought to you by Simmons, the smart choice in plumbing products. 7-0 Boston run. They have opened up a 56-51 lead. 6:55 left to go here in the third. Remax of New England and the Celtics are giving you the chance to have your home driveway and bedroom made over Celtic style. 3 winners will receive their very own Celtics branded home court, which includes a newly paved driveway, a new basketball stanchion, and more. Each winner will also participate in a basketball clinic in their hometown, hosted by a Celtic player and legend. To sign up, log on to Celtics.com. Remax of New England is an official partner of the Boston Celtics.
Take a look at this defense of Rondo on Melo, how he disturbs the rhythm of Anthony. And there's a little shove, a little up fake, and a little right up close to space. Now watch Rondo, takes everybody in there with him. There's Pierce left behind to play, wide open. That's what happens when you hustle the ball up the floor. You get into the defense. Who could be better in the middle of the defense than Rondo?
Foul's going to be on Ray Allen, I think. No?
The guy ran right into Pierce.
It's on Pierce.
Watch him run into, just ran right into Pierce.
Just a second on Paul.
Oh, this is...
Two in the shot clock, and he buries a 3. 56-54. The Knicks shooting 32%, and they're in a 2-point game. Ray makes it a 5-point game.
They haven't figured that play out yet, the Knicks.
Celtics are 4 of 6 from deep. Ray has made 3 in 3 attempts. Williams can't answer. Anthony can.
Anthony. Celtics fouls on number 7, Jermaine O'Neal. That's his third.
I tell you, Carmelo Anthony is putting this game on his shoulders.
He has 1 shot.
There was Walker, got his hand in there too. I mean,
first miss for Anthony at the line tonight. He's 3 of 4, 21 points, 13 rebounds. Rondo throws it away. Douglas missed it. Kept alive, though, by a hustling Williams. Back to Anthony, straight away. Buries it. And a foul is called on Walker. A technical foul on Walker. He planted Ray Allen under the basket.
Celtics foul is on number 5.
They gave him the basket. Does he get the basket or what?
Yeah, the basket's good.
Technical foul has been called on New York's number 5, Bill Walker.
Let's take a look at what Walker's been doing. That's what he did to Pierce. He ran into Pierce before. Same play, they called a foul on Pierce.
Ray Allen getting treated by Ed Lacert over on the Boston bench. That's why Paul Pierce took the free throw. Watch underneath the basket right there. The clear out by Walker. It is the playoffs after all.
Yeah, but you shouldn't be able to do stuff like that.
Right, well, he didn't. I mean, he got caught.
You know, that's the type of play that when you go into the tail end of the series, that fights break out. Now, if you're going to contain stuff like that, that was a inordinate, hard, unnecessary foul. What is that?
Well, everybody, I agree with Frank Vogel, the coach of Indiana. Everybody plays dirty in the playoffs. Everybody. Pierce, a little step away. Celtics by 3 as we approach 5 to go in the third. Douglas gets fouled. Jermaine O'Neal picks up his third. Glenn Davis, who has 3 fouls, is coming in. Make it the 4th on O'Neal.
Now watch Pierce on this one. Now Walker pulls up short, and Anthony doesn't go out. Right in the cup.
I'd be shooting fallaways right about now, too. People are getting whacked.
No, this is the time you go into the basket, you know, and somebody comes at you, you just knee him right in the chops.
Douglas, the longest tenured Knick, the only member of the Knicks who was with this team back in February 1st of 2010. That's the massive change to the roster the Knicks have had.
Well, how many free throws are they getting compared to the Celtics here?
20 to 11.
Okay.
62-61. Boston by 1 and the ball. Ray Allen back to Garnett. Finds Pierce. Pierce drives baseline. Throws it away as Douglas has been very good at getting in the passing lanes. Walker back out to Douglas. 15 on the shot clock. Into the hands of Anthony. Anthony, pull up, jumper, missed it. A rebound, Davis. Ray Allen for 3.
He's got it going now.
18 for Ray, 20 for Rondo. Ray is 4 for 4 in this quarter from beyond the arc. Walker trying to take it to the basket. Lost the handle, out of bounds. Boston ball.
Now, Kevin Garnett's going out of this game, so Green's got a rebound, Pierce has got a rebound, everybody's got to go on the boards.
3:51 to go. Boston a 4-point lead and the basketball. It is Green, Davis, Rondo, Pierce, and Allen.
And there's Jeffries playing nobody in the paint.
Green will take it. Rebound, Anthony.
I'm glad he's looking for a shot.
14 rebounds for Anthony. Walker over Pierce. Missed it. Green the rebound. His third. Rondo. Yes, and a foul.
Here's Rondo now. He ends up with Douglas on him again. Here's the bump.
Rajon Rondo at the line has one shot.
Celtics have outscored the Knicks 8-2 since that technical foul on Walker. 6-point Boston lead, 3 minutes to go third. Fourth foul on Douglas. Roger Mason in the game. Anthony comes to the ball. Green defending.
No basket.
Green with the foul. We're going to get a timeout. Fourth foul on Jeff Green. Ray Allen has been the star for Boston in this quarter. He's got 18 total. Hasn't missed from deep. 4 for 4. Celtics 67-61. Celtics 9 for 13 shooting in this third quarter. As a result, have pushed the lead to 67-61. Let's check in right now with Ray Allen.
Two things get Celtics fans fired up: a game-winning buzzer beater, or a delicious Dunkin' iced coffee. Now here's the Dunkin' high-energy play of the game.
Boy, and I'll tell you, this is a high-energy play. There's a great block by Pierce. Off goes Rondo with the high-energy layup. Let's look at it from another angle. Right over the top out front and give him two.
That's the Dunkin' Donuts high-energy play of the game. Let's check in with Greg and Sherrod.
Hi, Mike. Thanks so much. I was just back at the Knicks locker room waiting for Amari Stoudemire to come out. The Knicks had said just after halftime that they thought he would return, but is still in there receiving treatment. This is a Knicks bench that is already pretty thin. It's getting stretched even thinner without Billups and Stoudemire in this third quarter.
Yeah, you're talking about a team that has been built around those three guys, Stoudemire, Chauncey, and obviously Carmelo Anthony. 2 to 3 out, not good for the Knicks and their chance of not only just winning tonight, but also moving forward.
Even with Stoudemire in the lineup, it's really been Rajon Rondo's game. 22 points. He was electric right from the beginning. People will probably say to you and me and others, why doesn't he do this every game?
Well, I think part of it is the fact that the scouting report indicated that Tony Douglas does not get back in transition defense. And Rondo, you know, his first 4 or 5 buckets were layups in transition where Douglas just didn't get back. And now that gives him confidence. It gives the guys around him confidence. And you're starting to see the Celtics really take control of this game and hopefully go up 2-zip.
All right, much more online, CSNNE.com with Sherrod. Michael, send it back to you.
All right, Greg, no need to go back down to the locker room. Just got word from the Knicks. Amari Stoudemire will not return to tonight's game. Anthony with 25 and counting will get one more free throw. Sends it back out to Allen. Mason staying in touch. Jeffries an aggressive double team. Green for 3. Big shot from Jeff Green. Celtics open it up to 7. Mason, who is a shooter, gives it up. That is deflected by Pierce. Rondo.
2 minutes to play in the quarter.
And Green is fouled by Mason.
Green is a scorer. Now watch this play here. It goes to Baby, and Baby finds Green in the corner. And he can make that corner shot with the best of them.
Knicks haven't scored in the last 3 minutes and 37 seconds. No field goals, that is. They've scored from the free throw line, but no field goals. All since the Walker technical foul, pushing Ray Allen out of bounds. Jeff again. Rebound to Anthony. 15 rebounds for Anthony. Pierce loses it. Mason. Wow. That's why Mason's in the league.
I think his wife will let him in the door.
Oh, he had a lot of time on that one. Pierce got him.
Anthony is now playing Delonte West, and he will get some real good looks.
The wind has gone out of the Knicks' sails here. Good hustle by Pierce on the baseline. Pierce, pull up again. Celtics could win this game by 25. Anthony. 28 for Anthony. 9-point Boston lead. Winding down this third quarter.
Well, this is the old story. Can one guy beat a team of 5?
Nope. The voice of Michael Smith saying take 2 seconds off the shot clock, 2 off the game clock.
Take a look at Pierce on the baseline right here, reaching from behind, takes it right away, and then makes the good save there. Then he says, I'm going up the floor, and I'm going to put a move on Walker.
After a slow start, which I think you can attribute it to him concentrating on the defensive end, covering Anthony. Pierce now has 16 points and 6 rebounds. Anthony looking to take the final shot. Fouls on Green. That's his 5th.
I'm going to tell you, that's as good a defense as you can play. That's a terrible call.
Celtics over the limit, so Anthony will go to the free throw line. Jeff is staying on the floor for the moment with those 5 fouls. Anthony looking to get to 30. Seven-point game. Pierce knocked away. He got it off.
That's the end of the third quarter, fans.
Walker is 0 for 8 off the New York bench. On the strength of Ray Allen, the Celtics have a big third quarter. They reverse their halftime deficit and lead by 7 as we head for the fourth. Celtics and Knicks, 1 quarter left here in the city of Boston. And Boston with a 74-67 lead. Mike Gorman, Tom Heinz, and Greg Dickinson. Glad you could join us. Dick Life as usual alongside. Let's look at the stats. 2-3. They're brought to you by Ace Tickets. Call 1-800-MY-SEATS. Boston 6 of 9 from beyond the arc, beating the Knicks at their own game. 18-10. The assist column in Boston's favor. Rebounds, the only thing that can keep the Knicks from getting blown out of here right now. The Knicks playing without Chauncey Billups, without Amari Stoudemire.
Yeah, that's too big a number. They've got 15 offensive rebounds.
Pierce over Melo, rims it out, rebound to Walker. Douglas.
Oh, that's...
Anthony, no. Anthony, yes, Danny got fouled.
Celtics foul is on number 34, Paul Pierce. That's his third personal, first team foul.
Well, down the middle, he's open.
Does a pretty nice job amongst three white shirts there.
Nobody's really working hard on the boards there.
33 points, 17 rebounds for Anthony. But the rest of the Knicks are pretty much invisible right now. 74-70. Inside to Davis. It stays Celtic ball.
I'd like to see that. Did he get fouled? Let's see. Let's see what happens here.
Pierce, the two.
And they're riding Pierce.
They are right now. 18 for Pierce, 18 for Allen, 22 for Rondo. Get to the line again.
Well, if I'm Anthony right now, I start doubling him.
Davis with his fourth foul. Garnett's going to come back in the Boston lineup here. Between free throws.
Well, how many free throws is he taking now?
10. 9 for 10.
And the Celtics have taken 12?
Yep.
There you go. Stop being aggressive right now. They were riding Pierce.
Knocked away from Garnett. Rondo defending Anthony. Anthony. Wow, made that more difficult than it needed to be. Rebound Walker. Outlet to Anthony. The two. 76-74.
Well, it's the Anthony show.
It sure is. Shot clock continues to wind down. It's at 6. Fouls on Anthony, I believe. Yep.
What do you know?
Third on Anthony.
It's just... Oh, man.
Celtics get it side out, fresh 24 seconds. Davis right there for the miss. Dives to the floor for a Tommy point and a loose ball. It comes back to West. The shot clock is winding down, though. It's at 10. And another foul on Anthony.
Take a look. There he's hooking them. He's renowned for doing just what he did and for, you know, shucking guys that are defending him. They caught him at the end of the ball game, but he was doing that the whole game.
Rondo the miss. Douglas the hard push. Couldn't finish. Mason
He went back court. He went back court. He had possession of the ball and he went back court.
West the foul. And we're going to get a timeout. I thought the Celtics were going to blow the Knicks out of the building. Instead, it's a 2-point game with 8:48 to play. They sure have. 18 points for Ray on 6 of 8 shooting. As Tom mentioned, a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. Comcast Sportsnet is the home for the best Celtic playoff coverage. We've got Game 3 Friday night, 6:30. Nightly coverage with Chevrolet Sportsnet Central starts at 6, and 24/7 coverage on CSNNE.com. Comcast Sportsnet playoff coverage presented by your New England Ford dealer. Has scored the last 13 Knick points in 18 of the last 20. They go back to him again. Pierce has got him. Turiaf rolling to the basket for 2.
You got to be alert. If you're going to go trap him, somebody's got to pick up the guy rolling to the basket.
Rondo, no. Rebound to Walker, and the Knicks can take a lead. Finds Anthony with 10 on the shot clock. Spins, takes it, makes it. .39 for Anthony. 15-2 is the Knick run. Rondo to the basket. Douglas trying to get it back in a hurry. Douglas floater, no. Rebound, Davis. Approaching 7 minutes to go in the game. Rondo again. .26 for Rondo. 11 of 18 shooting. Anthony. Turiaf keeps it alive. Back to Douglas. Sets his feet. Makes a 3. Knicks go up by 1.
Playoff basketball.
What a heck of a game. My hat is off to the Knicks. Rondo for 2.
And how about the foul?
28 for Rondo. Douglas kicks it to the corner. Another three. Mason this time. Halfway through the fourth quarter. Garnett. Got it. Timeout, Knicks. We got 5:52 to go in the game. New York 84, Boston 84. Time to go back to our Burlington, Massachusetts studios for Sportsnet Central update. Bob Newmeyer, don't you wish you were here right now?
Rondo, Carmelo, Mike, what a ball game so far. Our show will follow Celtics post-game live, Chevrolet Sportsnet Central. We'll tell you about the very attractive Patriots schedule and if they in fact play the games this year. We'll cover the Bruins as they worked out in historic Lake Placid, New York today. Game 4 in Montreal on Thursday. And more, of course, on this amazing game you're watching. Game 2, Carmelo, Rondo. This is a dandy. Mike Gorman, Tommy Heinsohn, back with the rest of this ball game.
We wiped the slate clean. Then we created a powerful, refined, and aerodynamic design destined to shape our future. Automobile Magazine's 2011 Design of the Year, the Jaguar XJ. Learn more at jaguarperforms.com.
What's the plan for the run today? Just full speed ahead, amped up, ready to roll. That's the noise I want to hear. Let's crush those hills, thrash those trails. Prepare for impact! You got no piece of me. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Awesome, yeah. H2O! Do it again. Dude, that was sick. Unreal.
76 training buddies, natural movement perfected. Real flex from Reebok.
Close a great deal now on your new Nissan. Visit ChooseNissan.com. Test drive at your New England Nissan dealer. Hurry before the door closes on your opportunity.
The 2011 Jaguar XJ holds its value better than the BMW 7 Series or Mercedes S-Class, making the decision to own a Jaguar just as rational as it is emotional. Learn more at jaguarperforms.com.
That airline is going to nail that frequent flyer with restrictions when he tries to use his miles.
That's a lot of red tape. Step on it. I can't escape the red tape. Now you can with Rapid Rewards. Come on.
Join Rapid Rewards and enjoy unlimited reward seats, no blackout dates, and no red tape.
Incredible playoff game, 84 apiece, 5:52 to go, fourth quarter. Comcast Sportsnet delivers the most unfiltered coverage of Bruins Canadians immediately after Game 4 on Thursday night. Don't miss Chevrolet Sportsnet Central Extra for extra long breakdowns and analysis on the game. Michael Felger, Tony Amonte will be by. That's after Game 4. The Bruins grab it in Game 3 up in Montreal. Can they make it 2 in a row?
Take a look at Rondo's last basket down on the box. He's got Douglas. Now, Rondo's pretty good down there.
Anthony is doing a great job now finding the open man. That's his 6th assist to go with 39 points and 17 rebounds.
Well, they're loading up on Douglas, and that was a big baby.
Rondo in the lane. No. Davis, big offensive board for 2. Big bucket by Glenn Davis. "17 lead changes, 14 ties. Approaching 5 minutes to go. Pierce with the bump.
I got to tell you something. If they're going to call bumps like that, call them when Pierce was driving too.
Personal, 4th team foul.
Fourth team foul, fourth on Pierce. Mason gets it into Douglas. Douglas will take it. Nope. Rebound batted around. Garnett's got it. Rondo in a hurry. Pulls it back out. Leaves it for Garnett over to Ray. Back to Rondo. Davis had position inside. Rondo! The jump shot! A career playoff high 30 for Rajon Rondo. Boston by 2. Knocked away by Davis, out of bounds, goes into the second row.
Watch Rondo comes right from behind, and that big baby out in front. Remember, he got beat on one of the prior possessions with that pass underneath to his man as he was loading up.
Nick ball. They'll have 10 on the shot clock. Douglas, pull-up jumper, 2. Tied at 88 for the 18th. Rondo, rebound Jeffries. Jeffries again hustling, loses it. Ray Allen over to Davis. To Garnett. Missed it. Loose ball. Garnett hustling for it. Jump ball.
Well, it's Tommy points right here. I don't know if he had the ball or didn't have the ball. I guess they were tied up before Davey called a timeout. At least that's the way they saw it. But of course, they had the wrong kind of glasses on.
Tommy Points brought to you by your New England Nissan dealers. To find a dealer near you, go to choosenissan.com. 88 apiece, 3:36 to go. A valiant effort by the New York Knicks. Ray with the tip. Fresh clock into the hands of Rondo. Shot clock. Rondo a 3. Rebound. Jeffrey saves it. Garnett got it. Pierce. Rebound finally taken down by Douglas. Wow. Douglas. Mason to Anthony, 3 on the shot clock. Anthony knows it, buries it. A 3-point field goal. 42 for Carmelo Anthony. And we got a timeout with 2 minutes, 35 seconds to go in this game. Let's head across the street to our Ace Ticket Studio, see what's coming up on Post Game Live, presented by New England Ford Dealers. You got enough to talk about, Gary, you think? Maybe,
well, you know, Mike, I think we do. I think we'll be all set. Quite frankly, I don't think we're going to have enough time to get it all in. We will talk about 2 players for sure, Rajon Rondo and Carmelo Anthony. Both of these players are carrying their clubs right now. We'll tell you how they did it. It's all coming up on Post Game Live. Donnie Marshall joins me here in the Ace Ticket Studio, presented by your New England Ford team.
Proof, the evidence or argument that compels the mind to accept an assertion as true. As in, Toyota has the longest lasting vehicles, including Tundra, named the best overall value of the year. The state of being convinced or persuaded, as in the best financing ever on a Tundra. 0% for 60 months, plus $500 bonus cash. Or get $2,750 cash back on a 2011 Tundra Crew Max. Toyota Tundra, the proof is in the truck. Ask someone you know who drives one.
Hey, don't leave yet. Honeydew's here.
Just what I need in the morning.
Awesome. My favorite.
This is amazing.
The only coffee I'll drink. Cinnamon sticks are great.
Raspberry's way better.
Joining our line of international breakfast sandwiches is our new Mexican sandwich with tasty pulled pork, egg, and chipotle spread on ciabatta bread. Try one for just $2.99 and enjoy the local flavor of Honeydew Donuts.
Thank you, Honeydew!
The Motorola Zoom, designed to access anything and everything on the internet with Adobe Flash, upgradable to 4G LTE for blazing fast web surfing, and access to the fast-growing, endlessly exciting apps in Android market. It's everything the tablet should be, starting at $599.
Celtics basketball on Comcast Sportsnet is brought to you in part by your New England Ford dealers, by TD Bank, by Simmons, by Honeydew Donuts, and by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up.
We are back. Carmelo Anthony, 42 points in a bounce-back effort.
Yeah, watch this. I mean, this is he just had the hot hand here. It's one of the outstanding performances in the playoffs on the road, and particularly at the Boston Garden. Not an awful lot of people have hit 40 in a playoff game against the Celtics.
Rondo, Garnett, Davis, Allen, Pierce, the Boston starting five. It is Walker, Mason, Douglas, Jeffries, and Anthony. Greg, what do you got?
Interesting moment, really interesting moment during that last timeout. Kevin Garnett screaming at the top of his lungs, let me cover him. I got him. Talking about defending Carmelo Anthony. Paul Pierce repeating, no, I got him. Doc Rivers comes over, had to settle KG down and remind KG that it's Paul Pierce's guy. Paul will cover him.
Great stuff, Greg. Pierce will get to the line.
Now this is what you want. Going to the basket. And who picked up the foul?
I think it was Jeffries. His third. .221 to go in the game.
But there you see the free throw numbers. And it's pretty hard to... Celtics have 6 more field goals. And just 2 less three-point makes.
Anthony gives it up. Walker's going to take a three. Nope. Rebound Davis. Celtics looking for a lead with under 2 minutes to go in the game. Pierce looking for a screen, gets one. Pierce, pull-up jumper. No. Rebound to Douglas.
Well, they got their scorer a wide open look.
Douglas wants to go to Anthony. Pierce denying. Walker wants to give it back up. Does to Douglas. Knocked away. Picked off by Ray Allen. Rondo got the steal. Pulls it back out. Gives it to Pierce. 1:20 to go in the game. Boston down 1. Mason trying to defend Pierce. Pierce to guard it.
Nice play by Pierce.
Anthony, the double team comes from Davis. Desperation three, no. Rebound tip. Jeffrey wins the race to the ball.
He's come up with some real good offensive rebounds today.
He sure has. We got a timeout. What a basketball game. 49 seconds to go. Celtics by 1. Knicks have the ball.
I'm 1, I'm 2, I'm 3 times all into you. Inside my heart it still beats. I'm 4, I'm 5, I'm 6 at the best of times, but inside my heart it still beats. Bum bum.
Engineered so well, it's been named one of Car and Driver's 10 best more times than any other car. The Accord.
For great leases and low financing, go to shophonda.com or see your Honda dealer.
I believe you borrowed some money off Mr. Pilkington. It's past due, Hardy-ho. I'm here to break both your ankles.
That's unfortunate. I use these ankles all the time.
Does seem a bit severe. Tell you what, I'll just break one ankle.
Newcastle Brown Ale. Tastes the lighter side of dark.
In a game that's had 29 ties and 29 lead changes, the Celtics on top for the moment. This basket right here.
Once Pierce gets into the paint, they step up to stop the penetration, and he just shovels it right over to Garnett. Quick shot gets the Celtics the lead.
If you take the score of the first game and add it to the score of the second game, it comes out 179 to 176.
Well, right now, they have doubled Anthony when he's handled the ball. They will have talked about that in the Knick huddle. They will have a good three-point shooter on the strong side and a good three-point shooter on the weak side.
Walker will make the inbounds pass. Does so to Douglas. Looking to get it to Anthony somehow. They do. Immediately doubled. Kicks it to the corner. Driving to the basket. Missed the layup. Gets it back. Knicks still have it. Jeffries. New York by 1, 19.3 seconds to play. We'll take a timeout.
The monster hit is back. Buy one piece or an entire house full of furniture and mattresses, and it could be yours free. That's right, free. Then starting July 22nd through the end of the regular season, if any Red Sox player hits this baseball, everything you bought is free. And even if they don't hit it, you'll get 20% back good towards a future purchase. Hit or no hit, you still win. Hey, with this season's lineup, this could be the year. But you gotta buy now because it ends soon.
Well,
go. I got a winner. I got a winner!
Wow, he's excited. He thinks he got a winning taco. A winning taco? It's the new cheesy double-decker taco. It's like getting 2 tacos for 89 cents. Or, in his case, buying one and winning a second.
At 89 cents, everyone's a winner. The new cheesy double-decker taco. A crunchy taco and nacho cheese sauce all wrapped up. So it's like getting twice the taco. Only at Taco Bell.
Yes! Yes!
Why pay more?
19.3 to play. Knicks up by 1. Here's that last sequence, Tom.
Well, watch this. They missed that one. Celtics can't come up with the miss. Mason comes up with it. They get another possession, and do they make it work? Watch this. They jump out, overplay, and Jeffries just does what you're supposed to do, head to the hoop. So they have 20 offensive rebounds.
Delonte West is in the game. Now the Knicks use one of their 20-second timeouts. They will have one 20-second timeout left. The Celtics have 2. Boston has brought Delonte West in to be in there with Rondo, Allen, Pierce, and Garnett.
Well, he's a three-point shooter, so that'll allow them to spread it a little bit. You know, Doc comes up with terrific plays coming out of the huddle at times like this. Here's their all standby. And there's Ray for the 3. A timely 3 it was, and hopefully the Celtics will be able to match that here this evening.
Hope they don't go chest bumping while there's still time left in the game. I don't want to duplicate that again. Rondo will make the inbounds pass. As Tom pointed out, always a treat to see what Doc draws up. He has come up with some great plays off the timeouts. Into Garnett. Garnett backing his way in. Garnett, the fall away. Got it! Knicks use their final 20-second timeout. Tough one for Spike to swallow.
Regis, what's going on with those people?
Oh, their banks make them carry a huge checking balance to avoid big monthly fees.
Don't they know about TD Convenience Checking? All you need is a $100 balance. Plus you get online banking, bill pay, direct deposit, the works.
You're preaching to the choir, Ripper.
Well, someone should tell them about TD Bank.
What am I, the spokesman?
With the longest hours around, TD Bank is America's most convenient bank.
Second straight double-double for Kevin Garnett in this series. Let's take a look.
Well, in it goes to the post. Rondo clears the way. There's Jeffries. And nice little over the top. And KG felt confident that Jeffries wasn't going to go up there and challenge him. And he didn't.
Now it's the Knicks' turn. 13.3 on the clock.
Well, I don't know if they're going to get all over the guy inbounding the ball.
Mason is going to make the inbound pass. It looks like they are not. Mason looking. Gets it in. They get it to Anthony. Anthony underneath. Jeffries. Let's see what the call is. Timeout, Boston. Celtics get the 20-second timeout. Let's take a look.
This is there's a push off again. Inside it goes, and
KG with a big play, and he was not out of bounds.
Good hustle. That's a Tommy point right there.
It's the play of the month.
Yeah.
seconds.
I tell you, Walker's getting pretty feisty. Did you see?
Walker's been very feisty. He's also 0 for 10 in the game. We're going to do this again Friday night from what will be Bedlam in Madison Square Garden. Join us, 6:30. Pre-game show, 7 o'clock the tip. Game 3. Rondo to inbound. They get it into West, who can pretty much get close to running out the clock, and does no. Fouled with 0.6 of a second. Why did it take the Knicks so long to foul? Anthony the foul. Knicks have no timeouts.
So they have to go to length of the court.
0.6 of a second.
In 0.6 of a second.
They're going to have to throw it in from the other side.
Stranger things have happened, but all he's got to do is miss this now. That's all. Just put it off the rim. Side of the backboard. Side of the box.
Knicks need a heave. They get one. Celtics win. Wow. What an incredible series this has been. And we're only 2 games into it. Kevin Garnett with the monster play on one end and then a bigger defensive play on the other leads the Celtics to a 2-love lead in this series against the Knicks, 96-93. Tonight's No Nonsense interview brought to you by SPLI. Visit SPLI.com. Greg.
Mike, thanks so much. Paul, the last defensive stand, I know you were probably expecting Carmelo to get the basketball. Tell me about the thought process of defending him and defending what the Knicks were trying to do.
Well, you know, when you got a scorer like Melo, once he gets it going, it's hard to stop. You know, I just try to get on his body, deny him as much as I can. You know, he had some really tough shots tonight. My hat goes off to him. You know, that's the way a great player to bounce back. I'm just happy we got the win.
The game-winning shot designed by Doc Rivers, it was something he said you guys worked on this morning at shoot-around. It seemed pretty simple. Get it to Kevin Garnett in the post and let him go.
Well, we had a couple options on there, but that was the best one at that point. We got the ball to Kevin. He wanted it, and he delivered for us on both ends of the court.
Talk about the resiliency of that Knicks team. You guys got an 11-point lead in the waning seconds of the third quarter. Murray Stoudemire is out for the rest of the game. Were you surprised at all at the fight that they had and the ability that they had to come back in this game?
You know, when your star player goes out, you know, sometimes teams have the ability to rally around each other and come together. And that's what you saw with the New York Knicks, led by Melo. And they're not going to lay down. You know, they're a tough-minded group, and we got to expect that. 2 games down, you head to New York with a 2-0 lead. What do you guys need to tighten up going into Friday in New York? Well, you know, I got to do a better job on Melo. We got to rebound a little bit better and just keep pushing the pace. You know, when we push the pace, Rondo's out there playing with full speed, getting the ball to guys. We're tough.
Paul, appreciate the time. Paul Pierce, part of the win for the Celtics. They're up 2-0. Mike, I'll send it back to you.
All right, Craig, nice job. Thanks very much. Tonight's play of the game brought to you by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your certified auto center, Kevin Garnett on both ends. First offensively, pulls his way to the basket, hits the little half hook shot. That gave the Celtics the lead, and then makes the play here, blocks the pass, stays inbounds. That was the key with his right elbow. Did not go over the line, got the timeout, and the Celtics ultimately win the game, 96-93. That's our play of the game, brought to you by Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Tonight's player of the game, brought to you by Supercuts Every Time. Rajon Rondo, a career-high 30 points in the playoffs, 13 of 23 from the field, 7 assists, 4 rebounds, 2 steals. Rondo stepping up big. Celtics needed all of it against a remarkably game New York Knicks club playing without Stoudemire and Billups. Friday night, we'll see if those two are back. Coverage starts at 6:30. Final score here tonight, 96-93. Celtics over the Knicks. Right now, let's go to Gary Tanguay, see what's coming up on Post Game Live, presented by your New England Ford dealers.
Okay, Mike, thanks a lot. I think there's one thing that we could say off the top, is that Rajon Rondo has been criticized for not being able to carry this team offensively when the other guys haven't been able to get going. We talked about Ray had 4 shots in the first half. We talked about Paul Pierce was 2 for 7 in the first half. Kevin Garnett, he made some big plays down the stretch. He had 10 points and he had 10 rebounds. Pierce finishes with 20, Ray with 18. But I think that we need to get off Rondo's back here because he had 30 points tonight. He carried this team offensively.
Well,
without question. So don't tell me that this guy can't score and lead the Celtics to a victory.
And what we always talked about, he controls the tempo at both ends of the floor. He did that from the beginning of the game. He pushed the heck out of the basketball. Remember, last game, game 1, he was 1 assist, 1 rebound away from a triple-double.
Right.
So how bad can people really criticize this kid? Really, I mean, he's showing us tonight that, look, I can still get 7 assists, way below his average, but in the playoffs, averages, all those numbers from the regular season, you throw them out the window, and now it's played on pure heart. Rondo did that tonight.
I mean, the guy was just shy of, well, he's about 50%, 13 of 23 from the floor.
It's a lot of shots for Rondo, but you know what? When no one else is shooting the ball, it's not going the way you expect it to go. He took that thing, he took the bull by the horns, as they say, and led his team to a victory.
Kevin Garnett with a big heads-up play at the end on the defensive end of the course with the game-winning bucket on the offensive end. Celtics win by 3. Post-game live presented by Ford. Next.
You turn a Chevy guy into a Ford truck guy, you swap his ride.
The F-150 definitely beats out the Silverado in quality.
Know anything about the EcoBoost engine?
It's a V6, but it's got the power of a V8. Because I need that power, but I don't want to have to sacrifice the gas mileage. Luxury on the inside with an animal under the hood. This is by far the best truck on the road.
You still a Chevy guy?
No.
Swap your ride and get a Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months or up to $2,500 cash back.
May not get this truck back.
For years, you've eaten Angus beef the way the man wants you to. Well, now it's time to enjoy Angus beef the way it was meant to be. Oh yeah, finally, Angus beef done right. Oven roasted, freshly sliced. Introducing the Angus 3 cheese and bacon. Arby's. It's good mood food.
Get ready. Spring has finally arrived, and a Subaru with symmetrical all-wheel drive can help you enjoy it. Love the road you're on in a brand new Subaru Legacy, the most fuel-efficient all-wheel drive sedan in America with the highest predicted resale value in its class. Awarded top safety pick by the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety. Buy a brand new Subaru Legacy for only $20,295. Get a great deal and go love spring.
Finally, Angus beef done right. Oven roasted and freshly sliced. Introducing the Angus 3 cheese and bacon from Arby's. Arby's. It's good mood food.
Add curly fries and a drink for the perfect combo at a great low price. Arby's is good mood food.
Celtics postgame live on Comcast Sportsnet is presented by your New England Ford dealers.
Into Garnett. Garnett backing his way in. Garnett, the fall away. Got it! Knicks use their final.
There's KG. Big hoop right there as the Celtics win it. Huge hoop to give them the victory. 96-93 over the New York Knicks. Gary and Donnie here, post-game live, presented by your New England Ford dealers. Donnie, and I don't know about you, but when Amari left the ball game with the back spasms, Amari being out, Billups being out, I thought the Knicks were in trouble. And Paul Pierce, you just heard him talking to Greg. What a tremendous effort by Carmelo and the rest of the Knicks. I mean, the Celtics are up 2-0, but this is a series.
Yeah, and they played so hard. That's the thing I think that surprised the Celtics, but also probably surprised a lot of fans out there is how hard the Knicks have played. Carmelo, this is his team. You know that. Amari is a guy who I think is now in the shadows, even though the guy he's going to make $100 million by the time his contract is up in New York. But you understand that as those two go, this team goes. You just don't understand how hard this team is playing right now, because you really haven't seen that a lot. Even Knicks fans and people I talk to say, you know what, we make shots, we win. But in these games, they're not necessarily making shots, but they're finding other ways to stay in the game. And there's no consolation here. You lost a game, you're down, 0-2, and now you go back to New York, you have to try to win 2 there. But the way that they're playing, I think, is surprising a lot of people, and especially the Celtics. I mean, I think the Celtics thought they're going to make shots, so we really have to combat those. But the fact that they're playing very hard, 20 offensive rebounds tells you how much desire the Knicks are playing with.
Well, let's take a look at the fourth quarter. With about 5.5 to go, this is where this game really became a war, and it was a battle the entire contest. And you had other guys like Jeffries right here. Hey, he comes in, he makes the shot, baby forgets about him, and we got a ball game. Knicks are up by 2.
Well, if you're thinking about guys on this team, you're not thinking about Jeffries. You really aren't. And I love the fact that it went back and forth. Here you see Glenn Davis doing the job, and look who's in the paint. You got 3-4 guys for the Celtics in the paint. Normally when they shoot the ball during the regular season, guys are retreating, trying to get back. Here, all the movement, the work down low. Rondo, he's created some space for himself because I think early on, those fast breaks, it's forced the Knicks to kind of back up and say, okay, hold on, we need to respect this guy's speed. Now you come back the other way. This was probably the toughest shot of the game, and it's amazing that, you know, the refs let them play through a lot of this contact late. You hate when the refs call everything in their ticky-tack, but they let them play, and then here, the defense, I thought, did a terrific job of really setting the stage for this fourth quarter. And this is just Paul Pierce at his best, and everyone thinks Paul Pierce is going to score. Draws a couple. That's fundamentally sound basketball. Drive, draw the defense, kick it to a teammate, and then here, the Knicks down the stretch, Gary, really surprised me because some errant shots, really shots you didn't necessarily need, but they stayed with it, missed the layup here, get another offensive rebound, Gary. 20 offensive rebounds. Now, they out-rebounded the Celtics 53-37. And you can see right here, fourth quarter, offensive rebounds are so huge. And then guys who aren't normally used to being in the scoring situation said, hey, there's a lane. Why not just take the ball to the basket? Jeffries does just that. And listen, KG struggled. 6 of 16, 12 points, the most important 2 of his night. I mean, that was huge. How many times have we seen Kevin Garnett pass the ball away?
Right.
You know, really, and not that he's afraid to score. He's just, you know what, I'm going to give it to a teammate. And here, Jeffries, what are you doing? Jump hook. Jump hook. I mean, you are on the block. Make KG go up and get it. And then here, that is the call that you saw them call offensively on Carmelo in the game 1. Here, I don't like this call. I think it should be a jump ball. Here, the ref looks at KG and says, oh, you called a timeout? Okay, timeout. I think initially, when you see 2 players on the floor, the immediate call is jump ball, not go over, have a conversation with the player of the home team and say, okay, you called the timeout, you can have it. And then here, the Knicks, not understanding how to close the game.
Right.
You have to foul somebody. You're still in the game, but you're right, Gary. This is has been an a totally energy-infused series already. 2 games. The fans across the street have to be so happy, obviously being up 2-0, but the atmosphere in that building is terrific right now.
Donnie, you take a look at experience, and you talked about this after game 1.
Yeah.
The tighter the game gets, the more apt you're apt to see a team make a mental mistake, fatigue sets in.
No jump hook.
Right.
I mean, it's a 3-footer. Jump hook. That's what you do. You're a big man. For him to try to pass that ball, I understand what the Knicks were trying to do. They're trying to create this team camaraderie, but at that point in the game, the way your teammates love you the most is if you score that. Now you get the lead. Now you go down and defend.
Well, you have to think that experience, postseason experience, is the difference in this series so far. The Knicks, they haven't won a playoff game since April 29th of 2001. And they've lost 8 straight playoff games.
And the Celtics
obviously
hurt you so many different ways.
Right. You know.
And the Knicks just don't have it.
All right, let's talk about Rajon Rondo, because with 30 points tonight, and what a tremendous game. And again, he carried the Celtics tonight. And Donnie, you talked about it at halftime, where this guy is just busting loose up the floor. The veterans can't keep up with him.
Yeah.
He just can't keep up with him.
It's almost like, you know what, I'm going to run. If you guys want to file in or fill your lanes, then great. If not, I'm just going to take the ball myself. And it was consistent the entire game. Sometimes you see, for game 1, Rondo had 10 points. First half, he finished the game, 10 points. This game, Rondo said, I'm not doing that. I love the fact he catches it. He knows he's ready to go. Horrible defense, yes. And people are going to say, oh, there were layups, but it doesn't matter.
He hit a big jump shot at the end of the game.
Yeah, they're points, and it's controlling the tempo. Now, I know there are going to be some people that say, hey, no Billups. Most of the game without Stoudemire, only 18 points played, and the Knicks made it a game. It doesn't matter. When you get to that next round, people don't say, oh, well, they're only here because they barely won, or they made a lot of layups, or they're winning the way that they want to win. They played a couple different ways in games 1 and then game 2.
Okay, a couple of points on that, and you're right. People will say what you just said, that Rondo didn't have to face Billups. Well, you know, the New York Knicks got a ton of offensive rebounds because Shaquille O'Neal is still not playing in the game. And Jermaine O'Neal got hurt early in the game. So as far as all the injury talk, let's just throw it out the window. The question I have for you right now with Rajon Rondo, and we've seen it, Donnie, where he has been hesitant. When do I pass? When do I score? In game 1, he passed. He was a rebound. He was an assist shy of a triple-double. Tonight, only 7 assists into 30 points. Do you think right now he's learning when he has to score and when he has to look for the other guys?
I think he knows when he has to score. Excuse me. I think we're already past that. I think he knows when he has to score, when he has to get guys going. But I think he also recognizes, look, my guys aren't in the positions they're supposed to be in, or the defense is that good.
Right.
So I need to go ahead and be aggressive. I need to be the guy that really takes advantage of the matchups and takes advantage of the great spacing. Guys are staying home on Paul and Ray. That means the lanes are wide open for Rondo to do his thing.
All right, for Rajon Rondo, the 30 points, a career high in the postseason. Now let's talk about Carmelo Anthony. His 42 tying a career high in the playoffs. Overall, his career high is 50 points in a game. And this guy had a lot of heart, Donnie. I didn't think he had it in him. We didn't see him at all in the second half of game 1. But with Amari gone and Billups gone, this guy did everything he could to deliver a win to New York.
I tell you what, one thing I've learned about Carmelo, watching him out in Denver, even that one year he was at Syracuse, the guy is tough, and you never question his heart. I mean, we joke about him being a narcissistic scorer, a guy who there's not a shot out there he doesn't like, and he'll go one on however many you throw in front of him. But he plays, no scorers play the game just to play. Scorers play the game to win, and that's exactly what Carmelo did tonight. Yes, he had a chip on his shoulder, understands, hey, no Billups, my guy's stat is hurt, he's got back spasms, and I didn't play great in game 1. You know what? Not going to happen again tonight. And the sad thing about it is, you know, Carmelo went out there saying, okay, I'm going to show them. And I'm telling you this from his former teammates that I know personally. He says, I'm going to show them what I can do, not let's show them as a team what we can do. And that's the thing that holds Carmelo back from really being that winner, quote-unquote winner.
All right. Speaking of winners, let's go to Newmy right now, Chevrolet Sportsman Central. How's that for a lead-in?
I love that, Gary. What a ball game tonight. Carmelo Anthony, Rajon Rondo. This one was a classic. Well, Chevrolet Sportsnet Central follows Celtics postgame live. We'll give you details on what is a very attractive Patriots schedule if, and that is a big if, they wound up playing these football games. We'll cover the Bruins as well. They worked out today in Lake Placid, New York. Game 4 in Montreal on Thursday. Let's go to Lou Merloni for a look at what's coming up on the late edition of Mohegan Sun Sports Tonight. Lou!
Well, listen, we'll talk Celtics, we'll talk Bruins, coming off big wins, both of them, but I still think there's some questions that remain for both teams moving forward here. We'll talk about that later on, Sports Tonight, late edition. Also, like Louie's saying, I don't know if there's going to be football. I don't think anybody knows there's going to be football, but we get the Patriots schedule and a favorable one, maybe. We'll get to that later on. Gary, back to you.
All right, Luke, can't wait to talk about that. I'm excited just to talk about the possibility of football. Legal Seafood's post-game report with Mike and Tommy coming right up. Visiting the docks daily in search of the freshest seafood available. From dayboat fishermen and top of catch. If it isn't fresh, it isn't legal. Here's Mike and Tommy.
All right, guys, thanks very much. 96-93, the Celtics pull out game 2 against the New York Knicks. Before we talk about the Celtics, a remarkably game Knick team.
Absolutely. Carmelo Anthony showed why everybody's in love with him in New York. I mean, he put this team right on his shoulders when they needed somebody to carry them. And they were very gritty. They hung in there. The Celtics were very gritty. It turned out to be a heck of a ball game. The Celtics first unit played pretty effectively. Rondo was simply outstanding on what his role was for this ball club in this series. And the only thing I found fault with is the Celtics are getting pounded on the boards.
53 rebounds for the New York Knicks tonight, but 2 big plays by Kevin Garnett on each end of the floor down the stretch.
Yep.
You agree?
I agree with you. You know,
are you as tired as I am?
Listen, watch the defensive play right here. I mean, this right here, Jeff he should have taken the shot. That's what, I mean, that was a timeout. As soon as he hit the floor, he was yelling timeout. And
So I'm sure they'll be screaming and crying that Jeffries should have been a jump ball, but it shouldn't have been.
All right. Celtics survive. I think that's about all you can say. Back to you guys.
I appreciate it, guys. Doc Rivers, presented by Arbella Insurance, the official auto insurer of the Boston Celtics.
State your name and affiliation, please. Thank you.
Julian Bimbo, Boston Globe. So you have this philosophy that the team with the best player on the court is usually going to win a playoff game, but there were like 4 of them today. Like, how did that work out for you guys, just stopping Carmelo?
Well, we didn't. He had 42 points. And, you know, we won the game. That's all we get out of this. Great win. In the playoffs, the whole key for you is to win games, and we did that. Down the stretch, you know, the trapping was good, except for the offensive rebounds killed us. That's why you don't like to trap. But other than that, I mean, listen, they have no Stoudemire, who's out, no Billups, who's out. And right when I heard that Stoudemire was out, I turned to Lawrence Frank and said, oh, geez, they got us right where they want us right now. And the guys, you know, Mike had his guys, they played hard. They played free, and, you know, I thought we were lucky to win.
Bill Doyle, Worcester Telegram. Doc, why do you think, you just said they got us where they wanted us. Why do you think that was the case? Why is the team let down?
I don't know if we let down. We just didn't play well. We didn't execute very well, you know. So, listen, I'm extremely happy. I think you can tell that. We won the game, and we're 2-0 in the series, and that's what you have to be. It really is. Find a way to win that game, get through it, and get to the next game. But we have to be better. We're going to have to be much better in New York to win games, and we will be. But they just played harder in a lot of stretches, you know, and I thought we played hard too, but our execution has to be better. That's on me.
Can you just talk about KG's hook shot there and the steal at the end?
Yeah, you listen. You know, KG struggled a little bit offensively, but like I said the other day with Ray, we trust all of our guys. We drew up the play, and it was for Kevin or Paul. If they tried to deny the ball to Paul, I told Rondo, then that means Kevin has to be open because there's only a certain amount of bodies on the floor. And they did try to deny Paul, which allowed us to get a deep post for Kevin. Rondo made a great cut so they couldn't double team. He was the only guy under the basket. They double teamed. He was sitting there by himself. You know, and we put Delonte on the floor, so we had more shooting. And it was a great shot for him. And then the defensive play was great.
Mark Murphy, Boston Herald. Doc, you know, Rondo just had an ungodly amount of layups tonight and just seemed to be attacking it.
Yeah, that was, we talked about it. He did it. It was terrific. You know, we got away from it because they started scoring. They scored 26 points in the fourth quarter. But it was good to see he can do that, and he's going to do that. Well, that was great.
Doc, Kyle Draper from Comcast Sportsnet. Can you talk about the rebounding and second chance points? Was it a matter of effort and hustle out there?
No, it was a matter of us because we had to go trap. You know, we were less one guy on the glass, and so we got to figure out a better way. They were flying to the glass. They're you know, listen, they knew they didn't have their guys. I mean, they were going for it. But like I said, it's not that we didn't play hard. We played hard. But we got to play better and smarter. Hard is great. Hard and smart is much better. And we can do better. We can be better. And again, I am happy we won the game, but I just know my team is better than that, and I know we can be better, and it's my job to get it out of them. Carmelo Anthony? Do I have to? I mean, he was pretty good. You know, someone asked the other day, do you expect Carmelo to play better? And I said, well, I hope not, but most likely he will because, you know, that's why Paul Pierce is Paul Pierce and Kevin is Kevin and Carmelo is Carmelo. You know, they're great players, and they hear all the stuff. So all it does is gets them going. And he was determined. You know, I thought the most impressive play for him and the most depressing play for us is when he got the rebound with it was 1-on-3, and he came out and got the rebound and got a three-point play. It just told you where he was at mentally at that point.
Doc, Paul Flannery, WEI.com. Was J.O. limited at all in the second half?
No. It was a tough call, and, you know, we won the game. I don't know if I made the right call or not, honestly. But, you know, they were small, and we kind of like Baby, you know, stretching the floor a little bit for us. But it was a difficult call. I got to tell you, as a coach, you're going back and forth. The debate on the bench would have been terrific for you guys to hear, but we turned the mics off so you couldn't.
Doc, was your decision to blitz Melo with Davis at the end just a simple matter of desperation or necessity?
Yeah, because he was going to make the shot. He was making everything else. So, you know, we had to do it, and I thought we did a great job. And then the thing we did better finally on that one was after we blitzed, we got back in rotation and got to the glass. That's what we were not doing. That's why you really don't like trapping any time, because it weakens your rebounding, and we have not been a dominant rebounding team to begin with.
Doc, Mike Petrali at WEEI.com. Talk about Paul's play in the second half, especially picking up, giving maybe Rondo a bit of a blow so he didn't have to carry the whole load.
Yeah, it was, you know, just think about Paul. We matched his minutes for the most part with Carmelo. He's guarding Carmelo most of the game, all the game for the most part. They're blitzing him. They're trapping him. They're running at him. And, you know, we finally figured out a way of giving them some space. It took us a long time, and I was a little disappointed in that. I thought we should have figured that out sooner. But then he made big shots for us, and that was huge. And he made big plays just in general. So, you know, he's terrific, and that's what he does.
Celtics again in a nail-biter as they get the win over the Knicks, 96-93 for Boston. They are 10-1 in Game 2s since the 2008 playoffs. Still to come, a post-game live presented by your New England Ford dealers. I'm going to ask Donnie Marshall, even though the Celtics are up 2-0, are the Celtics a championship team? Celtics post-game live brought to you in part by TD Bank, America's most convenient bank.
Have you turned a Chevy guy into a Ford truck guy? You swap his ride.
The F-150 definitely beats out the Silverado in quality.
Know anything about the EcoBoost engine?
It's a V6, but it's got the power of a V8. Because I need that power, but I don't want to have to sacrifice the gas mileage. Luxury on the inside with an animal under the hood. This is by far the best truck on the road.
You still a Chevy guy?
No.
Swap your ride and get a Ford F-150 with 0% financing for 60 months or up to $2,500 cash back.
May not get this truck back.
真係越嚟越差㗎。呢行業咧，你過咗話我唔知睇唔睇得到啦。你過咗10幾20年咧，真係放蟹嗰啲人肯定冇咩人放。我唔知睇唔睇得到啦。你過咗10幾20年咧，真係放蟹嗰啲人肯定冇咩。
Try the other side.
Rub it on your pantaloons, man.
Maybe it's demagnetized.
Did it work? Did it go up?
Doesn't anybody work here?
Hello? Sometimes what the people need most is people. A good bank gets that and offers personal service when you need it.
Very deep. I thought that was beautiful.
Now get out and lift the gate.
A Mega Game recap. Check it out online at csnne.com with Mike and Tommy after every game. Presented by Amica Insurance. It's not just how you're covered, it's how you're treated. Here's tonight, JetBlue non-stop flight of the game. And it is Kevin Garnett, KG, tonight with another double-double as he had 10 points and 10 rebounds, and he had the game-winning shot. Terrific dish from Paul Pierce right there. JetBlue non-stop flight of the game. The question, they're up 2-0, nail-biting games. Are the Celtics a championship contender? Are they a championship team right now?
Not with the guys they have in uniform. They're just not. They're not fortified enough. Their bench is not playing the way they need to be playing. I don't think they can do it without having another big. I said this before when Shaq went down after the last injury. You need at least one O'Neal to be 80%, or you need both of them to create 100%. You really do. You need both those big boys on the floor to help you. In the state they're at right now, I do not think so. I'm just going to be realistic. I could sit here and say, oh, yeah, the Celtics are going to be great and they're fun, but not with who's in uniform. They need Shaq. You need the bench to step up, but most importantly, you need those two bigs to not give up 20 offensive rebounds. Shaq, Jermaine in there, won't happen.
Another tough ball game, which brings us to the New England Ford Dealers' tough play of the game. We'll give it to Kevin Garnett as he hit the floor in the Celtics' 96-93 win over the Knicks. He's going to dive to the floor and get the loose ball, and it is really one of those things that's up for debate. Timeout or jump ball.
Now he comes over, the ref says, oh, you want a timeout? Oh, you want a timeout? Okay, timeout. That's a homer call right there. That's home cooking, Gary.
It is also the New England Ford Dealers' tough play of the game.
Awesome. Home cooking.
They invite you to drive one. Well, you know something? They're going back to New York, so they'll take all the home cooking they can get while they're here. Carmelo had a career night in the playoffs, tied a career high with 42. Same deal for Rondo with 30. Stand by, train of thought. We'll find out who won tonight's Tommy Award coming up.
Celtics Postgame Live is presented by your New England Ford dealers, who invite you to drive one today.
My name's Tate. I am Domino's Chicken.
Tate's got a lot of pressure on him. We had this box made to find out what people think about the new recipe.
You see this? This is made with 100% white breast meat. It's not a bunch of different chicken bits all mashed together.
Imagine if your boss had the entire country rate your performance on a box of chicken.
I want to hear from people. That's the way we run this company.
So try Tate's new chicken with a medium two-topping Domino's pizza. Choose any two for $5.99 each and tell us how he did.
I'm not excited about the box at all.
For a limited time, the more you floor, the more you save. Save up to 70% when you buy additional rooms of carpet, hardwood, or laminate. Call now for Luna's lowest prices ever. There's more to love for less.
877-241 Luna.
Celtics with a three-point win. They lead the series 2-0 over the Knicks on a roll presented by Town Fair Tire. Ray Allen picking up where he left off in Game 1. 6 of 8 from the floor tonight. Only 8 shots, Donnie, but efficient nonetheless, as he had 18 points and played 39 minutes tonight for Walter Ray Allen.
Well, Walter always seems to keep himself involved in games, and again, the Knicks, I thought early on, they were trying to stay home, and then in the middle they kind of loosened up on Ray when he was had only taken 4 shots at halftime. And then again, late in the game, it seemed like, again, they were trying to help get back, and really the damage was done by Ray at that point. He's just a guy that if he's 1 for 8, you just can't leave him, because he always seems, like we saw in Game 1, to make that big shot. KG in this game, 5 of 15, makes the big shot. I mean, we talked about it. This team just has so many options. Rondo scores 30. The Knicks just don't have that many options. They don't know how to slow it down.
Train of thought presented by Arcella Express. Let's take a look at this one now.
Well, we talked about a couple of things that I thought was going to be huge. The Celtics, the important extras. Extra passes, deflections, you know, are my favorite. They really are my favorite stat in the game that aren't in the box score. Deflection was huge for KG right there. Gets a timeout call from the official. Celtics up, 2-zip going into New York. They picked their poison. I thought early on they did a pretty good job. Amari left in the second, 2 for 9. You know, whatever is going on with his back, the Knicks have to hope that he's going to be able to play in Game 3. But I thought the Celtics did a good job of kind of containing him, contesting a lot of shots. Even when he was shooting jump shots, that's what you want him to do. When he went to the basket, you contested. They weren't 3-foot layups. They were almost like floaters. And for a big guy, you'll take that any day of the week defensively. And there you see him trying to stretch that thing